Welcome back. Today we're diving into a book with a title that grabs you immediately, Why Men Love Bitches by Sherry Argov. Now, before you click away, let me be clear. This book is not about being rude, aggressive, or unkind. It's about something far more powerful: self-respect. It's about the quiet, confident woman who knows her worth and refuses to lose herself in a relationship. And according to Sherry Argov, that is exactly the kind of woman men find irresistible. Let's get into it. First, let's define terms, because the title is intentionally provocative. Argov uses the word bitch to describe a specific type of woman, not a cruel or aggressive one, but a woman who is self-possessed. She has opinions. She has boundaries. She has a life. She doesn't abandon herself to please a man, and she doesn't shrink herself to fit someone else's expectations. In short, she respects herself. On the other side of the spectrum is the nice girl. The nice girl is warm, giving, and accommodating, often to a fault. She cancels plans for him. She rearranges her life around his schedule. She gives everything she has early and often, hoping it will be appreciated. And time and again, it isn't. The central tension of this book is this: the very behaviors the nice girl thinks will win a man's love are the ones quietly killing his attraction. And the traits she's afraid to show, independence, self-assurance, a little mystery, are exactly what draws him closer. So why does overcompensating backfire? Argov lays it out in her very first principle: anything a person chases in life runs away. This isn't just a dating rule, it's human psychology. When something is easily obtained, it's less valued. When something requires effort, it becomes a prize. When a woman bends over backward from the very beginning of a relationship, cooking elaborate meals for someone she just met, rearranging her schedule, saying yes to everything, she's signaling something unintended. She's telling him she places a low value on herself. And here's the paradox: the more she gives, the less he appreciates. His respect fades, and when respect fades, attraction follows. The nice girl thinks she is showing love. What she's actually showing is desperation. And no one is attracted to desperation, no matter how well-intentioned it is. One of Argov's most important concepts is what she calls the mental challenge. And here's where a lot of smart, accomplished women get confused. The mental challenge has nothing to do with your IQ, your career, or your ability to hold a stimulating conversation. It's about whether he feels he has a 100% hold on you. If he knows you'll always pick up on the first ring, always rearrange your calendar for him, and always choose him over everything else, then there's no mystery. There's no chase. And without that, something essential fades. A woman offers a mental challenge when a man can sense she has her own life, her own standards, and that she isn't afraid to walk away from something that doesn't serve her. It's not about playing games. It's about genuinely having a life that you refuse to abandon, even for someone you care deeply about. Now let's talk about the chase dynamic, because this is where the book gets very practical. Argov notes that women who appear not to care too much, who don't appear desperate for the relationship to work out, consistently attract more genuine interest. This isn't manipulation. It's simply that self-assurance reads as attractive, while anxiety reads as a warning sign. Think about the woman who drives to see a man at midnight on a Tuesday because he called after being out with his friends all night. Argov says the only thing missing from that car is a neon sign that reads, "We deliver." And she means it kindly, because she's pointing out that when you signal you'll accept any treatment and come running at any hour, you're training him to give you exactly that level of effort. The bitch, by contrast, makes herself available sometimes. She accommodates when it works for her. She declines without drama when it doesn't. And this simple, undramatic self-respect keeps him on his toes. Chapter 3 introduces a concept Argov calls the candy store, and it's one of the most memorable frameworks in the book. Imagine walking into a candy store where everything is free and you can take as much as you want. You'd probably fill your bag, and then never come back, because there's no anticipation, no earning, no specialness. Now imagine a candy store where you can only take one piece at a time, and the experience of getting it feels earned. Suddenly, that candy means something. Argov is talking about how a woman reveals herself. Her time, her affection, her attention, her warmth. Not in a calculated or cold way, but in a way that preserves value. Don't give everything at once. Let him come to you. Let him invest. Let him earn the next piece. The woman who gives everything immediately creates the equivalent of a free candy store, and he'll be gone before the bag is empty. Chapter 4 has one of the best chapter titles in the book, Dumb Like a Fox, and it describes an approach that feels almost counterintuitive at first. The idea is this: let him feel like he's in control, while you quietly run the show. This is not deception, it's emotional intelligence. A woman who constantly asserts her dominance or corrects a man at every turn may win the argument and lose the relationship. The fox, by contrast, is agreeable on the surface and deeply strategic underneath. When a man asks her to do something that doesn't suit her, the dumb fox doesn't argue. She simply presents an alternative, or suggests that maybe tonight isn't the right night. She negotiates with her willingness or lack thereof, not with her words. She keeps conversations light, maintains mystery, and doesn't spill every detail of her inner world on the first few dates. One of the sharpest principles in this chapter: men don't respond to words. They respond to no contact. If you want a man to take notice, the most powerful thing you can do is simply become a little less available. No lecture required. Chapter 5 confronts one of the most common ways women unknowingly give away their power: abandoning their own lives. Argov describes the pattern precisely. A woman meets a man she really likes. She stops going to her yoga class. She cancels on friends. She skips the gym. She puts her hobbies on hold. She tells herself she's just making time for someone special, but what she's actually doing is erasing herself. And ironically, the man notices. Here's why this matters. A man falls in love with the woman who has her own life. That's who she was when he met her. That's who he was drawn to. When she gives all of that up for him, he doesn't feel honored. He feels pressured. He senses the dependency. And rather than bringing them closer, it slowly suffocates the relationship. Argov's advice is direct. Keep your rhythm. The woman with her own routine, her own passions, and her own schedule is the one he can't stop thinking about. She looks content, and contentment is deeply attractive. Chapter 6 is titled Nagging No More, and it tackles the frustration of feeling like you have to repeat yourself constantly just to be treated well. Here's Argov's core insight. Nagging doesn't work because it positions you as a mother rather than a partner. And a man doesn't want to be romantically invested in someone who feels like a parental figure. Nagging signals that you'll keep accepting the situation regardless of whether it changes, because you're still there, still asking. The alternative: show, don't tell. And when words aren't working, stop using them. One of the book's most powerful principles: men respond to no contact. When a woman becomes less available, stops explaining, and quietly demonstrates through her actions that certain behavior isn't acceptable, something shifts. He doesn't know exactly what changed, but he feels it. And that shift gets more results than a month of conversations ever could. Chapter 7 is called The Other Team's Secret Playbook, and it's arguably the most revealing chapter in the book. Argov conducted interviews with men to find out what they really think but almost never say out loud. Some of the most striking confessions: men play it cool not because they aren't interested, but because they don't want to look desperate. Men are secretly turned on by women who stand their ground, but they'll rarely admit this. Men may deliberately pull back just to see how you'll react. And according to one man's honest admission, women can crush men, and they don't even know it. When a woman puts her foot down and walks away, it can leave a man completely undone. The takeaway? The feisty, self-respecting woman the nice girl is afraid to be is the exact woman men secretly find most compelling. They just won't tell her that, because then she'd have all the power. Now let's talk about what quietly kills attraction, because the book gets very specific here. Common things men mention that turn them off: A woman who makes him the center of her universe. A woman who shows up unannounced at his home or workplace. A woman who needs constant reassurance. A woman who jealously monitors his every interaction. And perhaps most interestingly, a woman who makes it obvious she spent 3 hours getting ready to impress him on a first meeting. Why? Because it signals she's already performing for his approval. It signals she has no power of her own. Men also mentioned, adding pressure to an already stressful day, reporting every detail of her world on him the moment he walks in, and giving him the sense that he has to check in with her like a boss. None of this feels like partnership. It feels like obligation. And obligation is the enemy of desire. Chapter 8 is about money, but it's really about something deeper: freedom. Argov uses the term pink slip as a metaphor for financial independence. In some states, the pink slip is the title of ownership to a vehicle. When you hold the pink slip, you own it outright. When someone else holds it, they own you. Her argument is this: when a woman is fully financially dependent on a man, he begins to feel less like a partner and more like a provider, and eventually like a parent. He may begin making decisions on her behalf, controlling what she spends, and subtly shifting from respect to condescension. Not because he's necessarily a bad person, but because the power imbalance makes it almost inevitable. You don't have to earn the same amount as him. You just need to be able to stand on your own. The moment a man knows you could leave if you needed to, that you choose your dignity over your comfort, the entire dynamic changes. He becomes more careful with you, more appreciative, because you are there by choice, not necessity. And that changes everything. Chapter 9 addresses what happens when the spark begins to fade in an established relationship, and how to bring it back. Argov gives 3 concrete steps. First, stop focusing on him and start focusing on yourself. When you turn your attention back to your own goals, your own hobbies, and your own growth, you naturally become more interesting again. Second, break the routine. Predictability breeds boredom, and boredom is the quiet death of many relationships. Change something, anything. Create a new experience together or apart. Third, recover your sense of humor. Humor is one of the most powerful reconnection tools available, and women who are lighthearted and fun to be around hold a man's attention in ways that serious conversations simply cannot. The mental challenge can always be renewed, but it requires you to redirect your energy inward first. Chapter 7 also included one of the most useful lists in the book: how men themselves say you can tell when a man is genuinely in love. They said, he regularly chooses you over his friends. He becomes happier, visibly, in a way his friends and family notice. He starts thinking long-term, financially, physically, in every sense. He goes out of his way without being asked. He'll fly across cities, or get out of bed at midnight to bring you something you're craving. He stops looking around. Other women lose their appeal. And perhaps most tellingly, he invites your presence into the small details of his life. One man put it simply: she won't have to ask. She'll just know it in her gut. Genuine love doesn't leave a woman constantly wondering. If she's always second-guessing whether he cares, that itself is an answer. So what does the bitch, the self-respecting woman at the center of this book, actually look like? Argov summarizes her in 10 traits. She maintains her independence. She doesn't chase him. She remains somewhat mysterious. She leaves him wanting more. She doesn't let him see her sweat. She controls her own time. She has a sense of humor. She places a high value on herself. She is passionate about something beyond him, and she takes care of herself, her health, her appearance, her emotional world. Notice what's missing from this list. There's no mention of being the most beautiful woman in the room. No mention of being the most accommodating, the most available, or the most eager to please. The 10 traits are entirely internal. They come from a relationship with herself, not from what she gives to him. So what's the core message of why men love bitches? It's this: Self-respect is the most attractive quality a woman can possess. Not beauty, not ambition, not even kindness, though kindness matters. What makes a woman truly compelling, what makes a man genuinely pursue her and value her and stay, is the sense that she values herself. That she will not twist herself into something unrecognizable to earn his approval. That she will not abandon her life, her friends, her goals, or her dignity for any relationship. Argov ends with a thought that cuts right to the heart of it. Instead of working so hard to please him, work harder to please yourself. Because ultimately, that is what will truly please him. The nice girl and the bitch both want love. The difference is, the bitch knows she deserves it. If this summary helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more book breakdowns just like this one. The full book is worth reading. Sherry Argov's voice is sharp, funny, and completely honest. Drop a comment below. Were you more of a nice girl or a bitch in past relationships? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.